thank you for joining me today. It's going to be quite a fun tournament, a fun grand finals. Very even map so far, so I don't think we have to worry about that anymore. I'm excited that you guys can all join me here today. We have in this corner Erie, a legend, coming back and trying to take the reins in yet another tournament. And then we have Geese here at the top, the resident PvE master, showing us that just because you are a PvP expert does not mean that those skills don't translate as well into PvP, taking it all the way to the grand finals. So he's playing on his best civ, Geese is playing Greeks, and so is Erie, playing Celts with his very expected early aggression. Let's see how Geese is going to handle this one. So one of my favorite things that I've been seeing out of this early aggression has been that these players are, instead of going and getting that 50 wood, they're going for the 80 wood to get hunting dogs. Get a little bit extra food eco, make sure those hunts last a little bit longer so that they can get to the, especially for Celts, when they need that 300 food for aging up. It allows them to go for a little bit longer with the hunts that they do have and get H2 a little bit faster while still maintaining like spearmint production. So we're going to see the first spearmint cross the map. Geese is going to have eyes on this. Geese ain't no slouch. He knows exactly what's coming his way. But Geese, undeterred. He is the greediest of greedy players. He wants to do what he wants to do, and no amount of spearmint is going to interrupt his play. In saying that, he's actually about 10 seconds or so delayed from aging up. He's so focused on the spearmint. Oh man, even Erie just getting into his head a little bit. Right? It's going to be about 10 seconds delayed or so on that town center because of that. And every second counts in this type of a spearmint rush engagement. Right? Erie coming in, actually miss rally around the side. That's going to chop off a lot of the health. In the meantime, Geese boldly continuing to gather from this top hunt. He's going to have more than enough to age up. But again, this 10 seconds or so, he could have already been putting down a TC. There it is, TC in the base. Actually, not on the gold mine. I guess that makes sense. He's afraid of spearmen rallying this way and potentially seeing it. But again, nothing that Erie can do in this situation, especially with the very, very squishy spearmen that he has. You know, only 150 health, no pierce armor. So this age 2 TC is going to really take a chunk out of all these spearmen. The best that Erie can do is continue to circle Geese's base like a shark. You know, also you can have your scout take the damage for you while your spearmen come in. That's also a good idea. But even this, not much being done, especially if Geese targets the spearmen. Double TC is up. Double TC production is online. And Erie. So let's see, checking his base layout out. He's got a whole bunch of cows, which is great, especially with that hunting dog. And he's getting his own second town center, only a minute or so delayed. Not bad, not bad at all. Very interesting choice, right? I've been seeing Erie go for this second town center in his base more often than not. Something that I don't think a lot of players would normally do. Like when you have the map control, or a very loose map control, with your spearmen circling around, and you know that Geese is stuck in his base with those double town centers. You know, you might anticipate him to go on this gold mine, protect it with the town center, or this gold mine, protecting it with the town center, but he's choosing instead to be very, very safe. Maybe this will help him in the future when he puts down a sacred grove and starts producing sacred deer and he has sort of 2 town centers that he can drop off to, keeping him very safe. So, not the end of the world. One other thing we've been seeing with Celtic players has been this today's live stream is not showing the H1 Players Online homepage. That's actually a good idea. Maybe one of these times we can link it out in the actual launcher. That's not a bad idea. All right, I'm missing a little bit of raids. Geese was going fairly aggressive. I think he was trying initially to go for H3. Might have had to switch off of that. Going stables and now in archer range. The continuous aggression from Erie is making sure that all of these guys are hurt. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if Erie throws down a Sacred Grove anytime soon to heal up these very, very injured units. Get a lot more value from them now. But I think with these Toxote out in the field, and with the series, there really isn't going to be much happening for Erie for the next little bit. Even 2 or 3 Tox are going to be more than enough to stop Erie's incessant raiding. In the meantime, look at Geese, his stockpiling resources. I was about to say Erie's doing the same thing, but he just dropped down another barracks. He's up to 3 barracks. Let's see, what else is he doing in his base? He's keeping it very compact. He's still got this hunt in the back. He's going to try to do some more raiding. I think Geese sees this. He should see this, yeah, and he's moving out with some Tox. He probably wants to actually get this hunt. So he's actually just chasing the units back of Erie. But of course, these units are 7.3 speed versus a 6 speed of Tox, so they'll get away just fine. Yeah, he sort of stopped series production there for a little bit. I think that's a smart choice. Unless he's going to raid for himself, which it doesn't look like he's doing right now. He might think that he needs these series to be here just in case. A small mismanagement of his economy. He's got 12 gold gatherers right now, 700 gold in the bank, but not enough wood. And Erie is not really lacking any of that economy management, so he gets to go to H3 first. That is super early, and he's going there with a lot of fantastic production facilities, right? He's got archer ranges to make some bowmen, and potentially lots of woad raiders coming in. He's already got 500 gold in the bank and 500 food, so I anticipate a ton of woad raiders or even more longswordsmen coming out. Yeah, there it is, woad raiders. Erie's signature unit. It's sort of the perfect unit for him, right? It's very strong when it comes to raiding since they're so fast and nimble, but then also, having forced Geese into this very tight spot, it forces Geese to be playing Toxote, right? And so it's not a bad play by him. And this is actually a big loss by Erie. I don't know what he was hoping to gain from this, but nearly all of those straggler units dead. All he's going to have now is the raiding woad raiders. That was a big pickup. And Geese, I don't know, he was producing a ton of Paspis from his base. And I don't know what gave him the tell, but the Paspis are going to be fantastic in this fight. So he's moving out. He's moving out with his scout in tow. So maybe a little bit of mismanagement. Little Seri raid on the side here. Nothing being accomplished though. Oh, see some villagers. Targets one specifically, which is great. And he's gonna get the heck out of there as soon as he sees the woad raiders. Wow, woad raiders doing a ton of damage. Very nice. He's gonna try to cut them off with some series with the rest of his army, but needs to be very careful of any flanks. Alrighty. Now Erie's in a tough spot, right? His front line isn't as scary as you would need it to be. This is nearly at 100% raiding army. And a raiding army isn't going to do very well against Geese and his very defensive base layout. Like, he's nearly completely surrounded in this one, basically this one screen. He's going to have to move up now with his villagers finishing the gold, but actually, like, look how much gold he has. Not enough of everything else, but he has a lot of gold. Erie coming in on the side. This is where it really counts. 58 villagers to 51. So Geese's early town center is paying him dividends. But let's see if Erie can really close the gap there. Pacifist coming in to shut this down. Villagers running around the side. Erie not able to get to any of them. Very nice splitting of his pacifist by Geese, and he's moving in with the bulk of his army onto that hunt that he had previously seen. So much to keep track of, so much going on in this game. Geese is just now realizing he's housed. He's going to age 3 now. Once he has 1,000 of each resource, soon he can go to age 4 right away. He's going to take out these villagers. 1, 2 go down, maybe a 4th. Yep, there it is. 51 villagers back again to the 59. This is going to be tough. How is Erie going to get out of this? I don't see any army upgrades either for both of these players, but wow, very nice prediction here from Erie. And the Woad Raiders get on the Seri. The Seris are absolutely demolished, and all that's left is the Talks. And of course, if Erie pays attention for half a second, he's going to demolish the rest of the Talks bunch. And that is the threat, the looming presence of the Woad Raiders around the map. Alrighty. Turning our attention back to Geese's base. He has completely changed his tune. Pacifist all the way. He's getting Pacifist Champion, Temper. Pickaxe is actually something that I haven't seen him use in quite a while. Positioning them really well. One thing that I really like in recent times is that Pacifists no longer have are no longer as slow as they once were, right? So they are also 7 speed. Oh, now that I'm actually realizing it's not just Woad Raiders that are out here on the field, right? I think Erie is nearly double the army size of Geese right now. Geese is getting his 3rd town center. Erie's going to take a decent fight against the Woad Raiders, all things considered. But where's the rest of Geese's army? He's got some guard towers. This is going to help him defend his very, very good base layout. But in the meantime, Geese needs to pump up that production. What is he switching to? He switched to some Bertromos. He's getting his own armor upgrades. That's something that I don't think Erie has at all. Yeah, no. He's just now getting an armory. So that's going to be a small lead for Geese. But 40 or 20 population ahead is very different. And oh no, these 8 villagers are going to be spotted by Erie. Wow, great reaction time there. Geese trying to sneakily gather from potentially this far hunt and far gold mine. In the meantime, Erie also continuing to raid on this side of the map. And so 62 villagers to the 73. Erie has definitely taken that lead, but this half army of Erie is going to be in for a rude awakening. Woad Raiders incessantly raiding on this side of the map, into the base, onto the farms. There's nothing here to really defend against it, as Geese army keeps having to run every which way. Oh, so much going on in this game. Woad Raiders continue to do more and more damage. Geese needs to make sure to continually produce villagers. He's going to fall really far behind now. 30 population behind in villager count. Also, 30 population behind in army, in total population. He's actually struggling a bit for food here. His farm eco hasn't really gotten off the ground. So he needs to spend a little bit of that wood to make something happen. This army in the middle is very scary. And compared to Erie, who has a varied composition, couple bowmen, some horsemen. Really not anything that that some Seri can't counter. So small lull in the action while Geese gets his eco in check, and Erie gets his armory upgrades, right? He's very afraid of the armory upgrades that Geese does have. He's got all H2 armory upgrades. Gonna fall back with a small raiding group. Erie's third town center is actually pretty exposed if Geese can see it, but for everybody, Geese has not seen this town center. Oh, he's gonna see it now, and this is a large melee force. Erie's army is in position. He can defend against this, but will he want to? That's the real question. He's still waiting for these upgrades to kick in. He might just set up for a nice attack once this comes in. Good raid on this side by Geese, but the main army is going to take the fight right now, and I think horsemen are going to be much better against the pacifists here, but Erie is going to call it regardless. He's going to fall back, especially with the Seri coming in for the potential flank. The issue is now that Geese is only fighting with half of his army. Half of his army might take out this TC, but is it going to be worth it to throw away his entire army? He doesn't really have the food economy to defend against this. Erie's happy to sort of let this fall, let a couple villagers die, and yeah, he's actually not going to get away with this town center. Oh no, Geese throwing it all away, and he feels at this point sunk cost fallacy. You know, you gotta take out the TC, but oh, he's gonna lose his whole army for it, and it doesn't even get the TC. Geese, how are you gonna crawl out of this hole, sir? How are you gonna crawl out? You only have 11 guys on food, and he's trying to switch to a large food composition right now. I don't think it's going to be possible to do anytime soon. Erie just getting the final upgrades he needs, and then he's going to turn his attention. He's going to turn his attention towards Geese's base, starting first with the Woad Raiders to get some information, and later with the bulk of his army. Now one thing I think Erie is really missing out on, and it's not because he's trying to get faster speed or anything, but a lot of his army is hurt. A lot of this army is very hurt, and with a couple of druids in the mix, I think he could have had a much better job, done a much better job of healing up this army and adding additional damage to it. But what Geese has just isn't going to be enough, isn't going to cut it. Not against Erie's Celts, that's for sure. He cleans up the Woad Raider flank, but it's the army in the front that's going to do a lot of the damage. I say that, but he still has these 2 guard towers, still has 2 age 3 TCs. Wow, he repels Erie's offensive. He gets a little bit more time. And he's boldly gathering from these gold mines. Let's see if Erie's actually scouted this. He has scouted the gold mine, but he shouldn't be allowing this to happen, that's for sure. I like this from Geese. He's going to try to do the same thing on this gold mine, potentially. Or even the stone mine. But good thing for Erie, he's got these watch posts up. Fantastic vision for him in this game and in all the other games. Oh, and he's getting all of his age 3 upgrades, right? Like, he has the advantage now, both in villagers, 90 to the 62. Oh, Siege Workshop. Okay. Does Erie see this? He doesn't. He doesn't see the Siege Workshop. But, oh no. No, what? He still doesn't see it. That's huge for Geese. Oh, now he sees a whole bunch of villagers, though. He's going to have to expect something. Yeah, he's going to be sending a bunch of horsemen there. That was unlucky. I think, yeah, Erie's going to be setting up a market line on this side. Erie's, unfortunately, his vision is just a hair too small. He needs to get... Oh, he does have this upgrade, but he still can't see it. First battering ram coming in. So, side note, Geese has had 64 villagers, right? For a long time. Erie's already going to age 4. But these 13 villagers have been running around for so long that essentially he's only had like 10 villagers at any one time. Erie is now pressing the agenda, or pushing the agenda with a huge bulk of bowmen. There's only a couple series here in this army. Geese's remassing is nearly fully remassed, and he's, you know, if he's able to remass fully on a lower number of villagers, it's really going to help him. But he's still now down in armory. Somehow this battering ram got away with killing the gold mine. Maybe actually Geese could destroy both of these markets if he pays attention, but he's got a lot more things to worry about than just this ram. Erie knows that markets haven't been set up, and so this might be, and I think is, one of the last little remaining bits of gold mine for Geese. Even more villagers getting killed, down to 57 villagers. Erie Golden Age has been clicked up. The ram is now pushing forward to potentially take out this TC that has been rehealed. Oh my god, we have 64 non-Tox champion. Geese needs to get Tox champion right now. Uh-oh. Erie splitting off his units? That's a huge mistake. There goes the entire army of Erie. All of his bowmen gone in an instant. Wow. Just as he was getting bowman champion. Is this a way for Geese to get back in this game? Erie had split off his forces to take out this ram, but there goes the town center. It's going to restrict what Erie is able to make in population in just a second. It's not going to be the end of the world for him, but what is going to be the end of the world is that Erie has almost no more gold gatherers. He's only got 11 gold gatherers, and this is them, right? Or no, actually, this is them over here. So, sitting here in the base, oh, Desperate Fortress. This is going to be tough for Geese to deal with, actually. He doesn't have much melee in this army. And without siege, without something else to back him up, I think this might be one of those honeypot fortresses that win Erie the game. 56 Tox are monstrous, but potentially not enough. They're being whittled down by this fortress. The fortress is even being repaired by all these villagers, and I think that's going to be sort of the majority of Geese's army fallen right here. He has a lot of resources. He could go to age 4. Maybe if he does enough damage with these 54 Tox in the back of Erie's base, but now that the Water Raiders are coming out, might be hard to get something done. Erie's even running away with the villagers that were previously on this farm. So Geese is going for the all-in play. He really is going for age 4. Going to try to buy himself as much time as humanly possible with these 46 Tox. Go for age 4. Maybe get up a fortress somewhere. Get up a Palantonin. Not even doing that. Trying to kill more villagers. Oh, very smart wall here by Erie. And yeah, that's going to be all of Geese's army gone. What will Geese choose to remass on? That is the question. He's got some hoplites. Erie's army is a mix of bowman champions, road raiders, and horsemen. Geese is now switching to gastros. Not a bad plan. Lots and lots of gastros in the mix, but the question is, like, how long now that this horseman has discovered the remaining gold villagers of Geese, like, how long can Geese hold out? He's got no market line, no way to make a market line. This is going to be very tough. Geese is trying to make something happen on this side of the map, but no, nothing ventured, nothing gained, I guess. Unfortunately, not gonna be able to hold out for much longer. I think the writing is on the wall with these 5 villagers remaining on gold, and even more horsemen coming in to take them out. Nearly every gold on the map has either been taken or is firmly in enemy territory. Nothing that Geese can do. I don't think he has a market line to trade gold for either. Geese, like, anywhere he wants to make a market line, Erie is seemingly very well aware of it. Just very content to sit back. Very content to set up a nice market line. Very content to group up in the middle of his base before the inevitable fight. The inevitable nail in the coffin in this first game of the grand final. Gotta respect Geese for playing all the way to the end. But there is the Right of Androsta. 15% extra military damage. A whole bunch more champions coming in as well. Good kiting though by the 18 Gastros, all things considered. And we still have these guard towers. Non-upgraded, but I think it is going to be a little bit too late for Geese here. With no market lines in the mix. No 4th town center. No way for him to get into this game. He's really going to have to resign there in that situation. Yeah, nothing else that could be done. And yeah, Geese acknowledging pushing into the fort was definitely a mistake, especially after that miracle he said, which I agree, right? Like in the middle of that base in the map where he was moving out and Erie sort of gifted him like 50 bowmen. Game 2 underway. The predictions are flowing in. People think Erie, I think, is going to take this. Or no, Geese? Let me see here. Let me see who people are thinking will win. People, 76% Erie will win. 24% Geese will win. Well, let's see if Geese can change that. Change those odds for the next game. What will matter in this game will be whether or not, or what I need to check for is whether or not this top player has an actual safe gold of any kind. It's usually the challenge with being the top player on this map. In the meantime, Erie looks like he's going for a very standard opening. Probably going for age 2. There's a stone and a safe gold. Okay, not bad. Holy shit, though. Man, it's almost unfair to be on the bottom. Borderline unfair. But much better spawn for Geese than in previous games I've seen. Alrighty. So very standard opening, as I was saying. It's quite interesting, right? We have two different players with 2 different upbringings. For those who don't know, Erie is sort of the veteran PvP player. Been in nearly every tournament I can possibly imagine. Winning countless tournaments, coming 1st or 2nd, or, in the top 8 for nearly all of them. Okay, we're going to see a water battle. Versus Geese, who had his first tournament appearance, I believe, in the Roman Celeste Open tournament. And then he finished quite in the top 8 as well in his first showing. But he has continually improved ever since then. And now, having made it to the grand finals, a former 100% PvE player, I believe. It's quite the feat. Quite the feat indeed. Alright. It's going to be very critical in this game to set up a market line. And in order to do that, right, you'll need to set up, or you'll need to probably have one of the 2 pawns. And so Geese is trying to make his foothold known on this pawn. Unfortunate that they didn't sort of split the pawns. Alright, Erie now sees that Geese does in fact have his own dock. Now the thing is, Erie's going to be able to get to the second age faster than Geese. But he won't have the wood, probably. Oh no, he will now have the wood. He's actually prioritizing the wood for a trireme. And he's going to be the first one to get it out. Geese is going to have no response for another 20 seconds or 40 seconds. Uh-oh. Which means that this third fishing boat is going to be really, really unfortunate for him. I wonder, does Geese sort of just give this one up after seeing the trireme come out so early? Oh, he's going to fight for the water. Does that change? Is he going to have to just dodge for his life continuously? He's not getting... He's keeping them alive somehow. He's kept one alive, which is good. Another trireme coming in for Erie. One thing that Geese doesn't have, though, is handsaw. He's not getting hands. He hasn't got handsaw yet, which is a big mistake. Can't go in a straight line, that's for sure. Oh, bold play. He's going for a guard tower. He's going to try to go for a guard tower rather than getting an extra trireme out on the field. Maybe this will buy him enough time. Does Erie see this? Now he does. He's going to turn his attention to the villagers building the guard tower. Or he's going to get one of them. This gives Geese enough time to actually take pot shots. Only 6 HP left. He's got a bob and weave. Does it get up? It does get up just in the nick of time. Horrible timing for Erie there. Wow. But it's just out of the range of the trireme. And so Geese has made himself... Oh, brilliant. Okay, so he's sort of just saying, okay, sure, you can take the water, but what you can't take is this fishing spot and this fishing spot. Very interesting. Okay, in the meantime, Geese has more than enough to drop down a third town center. Where is he going to do that? He sort of needs to regain his composure here. Dropping it onto this town center. Not my favorite. Not my favorite. I'm not going to lie. I think on this map, with the way... Hey, well, I think with the way that the golds have spawned for him, he sort of needed to put it on a gold mine. In the meantime, Erie, having given so much to the water, has delayed his second town center quite a bit. He's even gotten... Oh, he tried to. He tried to go for this dock on this side of the water, but he's going to be informed quite soon that this water has been claimed for the Geese man. And that's actually was delaying his second town center even longer. Double TC production online, 21 villagers to the 29. Holy, Geese must have missed some villager production or something. But that's not good. Where is Erie going to put his second town center? On this back gold. Okay, that works. Trireme coming out. This should be good enough. I don't think it'll come out in time though. I think Geese is a couple seconds too late on this trireme. Means that Erie's gonna have to fight him yet again on the water here. Oh, just unfortunate. Unfortunate. I love this play. He's like, yeah, take the water, but and look at this. He's confirming it yet again with the guard tower. Does this, make Erie not want to get this trireme? No, it doesn't. He's gonna make this trireme anyway. He's gonna have to dodge the bullets or the arrows. Oh, he's coming in and out. Look at Erie go. So much more APM than Geese, I think. Able to handle all of this. See a villager count. 32 villagers to the 35. This trireme goes down, and Geese has control of the water. Alright. In the meantime, let's take a look at Geese's base. He's putting down his first 2 production facilities, a barracks for spearmen, I'm assuming, and an archery range. In the base of Erie. Wow, he's going full greed. Going for a temple of Set and some stables. Awesome. Maybe he'll get a 3rd town center or even a fortress. I think that'll be awesome for him. Get a potentially... Yeah, potentially get some... a fort out. Get some more elephants. Geese now knows that he's in the 3rd age. He might feel... Uh-oh. Fire ship is about to come out. This is terrible timing for Geese. Oh, no. He needs to make sure to finish off this this dock. Oh, no. What a great age 3 timing by Erie there. And this is just what happens when you are able to sort of... He's coming in with the villagers to make sure that he can destroy this dock before another fire ship comes. That is something. That is really something. I think unfortunately for him, really nothing gained by that fire ship. Except for a bit of lost gathering time. Oh, let's see here. 26 attack range to the 28. Yeah, Geese just needs to be able to shoot this trireme, I think. Alright, back in Erie's base. He's trying to go for age 3 with a 3rd town center. He's got a little bit of an army, couple camel riders, and switching to some chariot archers as well. In Geese's base, standard age 2 play by Greeks, 1-1-1, going for double archer range. This not a bad play. This is how Geese likes to play. Don't get it twisted, right? Like, Geese likes to play things nice and slow, close to his, keep his card close to his chest. Make sure he doesn't have any opportunity to sort of fumble any advantage or he has in the game. He's going to move out. He sees this. And so he's going to move out, clear out some of that vision that Erie has. Oh, he is being he's being forced back, I guess, into his base with that couple of small raid by Erie. In Erie's case, look at how much resources he's floating. 1,200 food from all of those fish. Oh, actually, it looks like this guard tower really only affects 1. Can he attack this? No, probably not. Alrighty. Vision coming up for both players. Let's see. In the meantime, chariot archers have knocked out a couple more of Geese's villagers. Although we're even now. 61 villagers to 61. So Geese is back in this game. Again, floating just a ton, a metric ton of food, gold. 1,700 gold in the bank. This would be costly for Erie to stay here and fight with these 3 chariot archers, but he's gonna fall back. Oh, looks like the triremes killed it, or Geese destroyed his own. Huh. All right, Geese could easily go to the 3rd age right now. Not sure what he's waiting for. Maybe he wants to have a much larger bank of like population before he moves out. I'm looking forward to Geese actually setting up with forts on this map. Geese has historically done a fantastic job setting up forts to protect like future gold mines that he wants to go for. So I'd like to see him do that again. Both these players sort of killing each other's watch posts. They know how critical vision is in this sort of game. Taking a look at Erie's army, very, very scary. 155 of 155. He's got Camel Rider Champion, a ton of Chariot Archers in the back. Just now starting on armory upgrades. But listen, if you're ever going to get an armory upgrade, that's going to be the one. H3 coming in for Geese. He doesn't have an armory up yet. Just now getting it. Maybe with some philosophy and a lot of his gold bank, he can start to transition. The series are going to come in and see the elephants. They're going to see the army. Be well aware. He's going to need these storehouses. Alright, let's see if Geese decides to drop down a fort of his own. He has not decided to do that. Oh, but his army gets caught off, and oh no. There go all these series. He needs to let go of the spearmen. Yeah, and let his series escape. He does just that. He's down 30 population though. Oh, I like this. He's going to get up a temple. Although Erie's very scary army is now crossing the map. Still down, 15 population. And armory upgrades. Is just now getting armory upgrades, just now getting his 3rd town center. He needs like an extra minute or 2. Can Erie kill him and destroy his whole army in that time? He's got so many units in production. Erie's full 180 pop army is here. And yeah, smart of Geese to fall back. He knows he can't fight that. Not yet. He'll take all the range that he has. He has now even has a priest in the mix. Hopefully he doesn't just die. Or he's going to start to convert. But Erie's rightly targeting the priests. No converts getting off yet. And the Erie getting a nice flank on all of the Chariot Archers. Wow. That went quite well for Geese. Although in saying that, the War Elephants are still up. And Geese is still down 20 population. Maybe this is, we got 14 population here. This is just Erie not using his full army. Maybe luring Geese into a false sense of security. Alright, Geese is going to take the fight to him. He's going to try to get the convert off on the elephant. Erie's going to fall back because of that. Actually just drawing the army in and then taking the fight. Very smart. One of the elephants falls, but I think the meat shield of Geese is all but gone. And what's left is actually a converted elephant. Not bad. Alright, he's going to send that as the distraction and fall back with a couple of the Hoplite champions and Toxoid champions. What Geese needs right now is some armory upgrades, though. Look at what's in the queue for Erie. All of the Age 3 armory upgrades. I wonder. What else is Erie trying to do? Getting more stables up? That's the one thing about Erie's army that, the Greeks could take advantage of. Uh-oh. Yeah, Geese needs to make sure that every time he expands on any one of these gold mines that Erie's keeping a watchful eye on. He needs to move with his full army, destroy the watch post, and then set up a fortress of some kind. And get a villager count 78 to the 86. Geese is still struggling. This is the gold mine that he needs to set up on. And yes, he's going to do just that. Set up a fortress and then move on to the gold mine. It's worked for him countless times in the past. What he's really missing right now, though, is farms and villagers to make them. Geese has had all of them killed. He's going to switch to Ceres. Hopefully going to be enough. But man, that's a costly loss for him. Even just a couple series aren't good enough. Geese at this point even needs his full army to defend some of these raids. And look, let's look at Erie's map vision. He knows everything in this game. He knows if the moment he decides to set up a market, Erie will know. The moment he decides to move out on this gold mine, he's even got two watch posts just in case. He'll know. He knows everything. He's even trying to put a watch post right here. Oh, maybe this is something that Geese can take. Yeah, Erie can't take this. Although, in saying that, you know, he's trying to continually pressure these gold mines, but this fortress is gonna push Erie back for the time being. Back to his wall of watch posts. Another fort going down, not really protecting anything but this side of the map. Erie in the golden age. Wow, even getting, what is this, movement speed for priests? He's getting everything in this game, making sure he, at no point can Geese crawl out of this hole. It's just, this is some of the best raiding I think I've ever seen from Erie, and like setting up fortresses on gold deposits that rightly are Geese's. Man, this is going to be very tough. Alright, Geese is at 160 population. Still not even max, but just got to try to make something happen. I can get the frustration, especially after your opponent just went to age 4. He's getting up 200 population, getting all his upgrades, getting even more war elephants. And, yeah, Erie's just going to have to fall back for now, for the time being. It's going to be a rude awakening, though, for Geese whenever he tries to move out onto the future gold mines. And this is where players can get desperate, right? Like, you feel the need to almost take a fight. And Erie, look at this, so ridiculously good. You know the flank is coming. Geese can feel that he's moved some of his armies there, but just not going to be enough. So many war elephants here, so many camel rider champions engulfing the army of Geese. Geese has nothing in the queue, and that's because he's going to tap out. GG. Wow. Textbook raiding, textbook map control, like devastating stuff by Erie. Incredible. Masterful play. But Savannah is one of those maps where if you don't have that close, gold, that back gold, you are almost screwed. All right, nice hunt here for Erie. So this is the third game in the best of 5 series. This is grand finals. Erie sporting his Persians against Geese. And his Egyptians. No back gold, but again, as long as both players don't have a back gold, that is fair. Alrighty. This is a do or die situation for Geese here. And he's going to be facing down some Sparabara. I think there might be something back here for Erie, but nope, nothing here for Erie, which means that as unfortunate as it is, we are looking pretty even. Alright, Geese. He's gonna have to crawl uphill from here. Needs to probably assume that pickaxe is very necessary, especially as his first Sparabara comes across the map. Alrighty. One Sparabara, a second Sparabara, and a third one, and a fourth on the way. Geese is going very logically onto stone. Gonna try to go for a second age build, second town center. Very standard. Really nothing that Erie can do in terms of stopping this second town center from going up. Especially on such a large map, right? Like, the only thing is Geese may be forgetting that Egypt needs to continually to produce villagers. So not having any guys on this hunt actually cancels out the benefit of Egypt going to H2. The berry bushes with empowerment aren't going to be so bad. But he's going to really need to get a lot more guys on food to sustain that double TC production. Alright. Here are there's going to be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Sparabara here for Erie in a couple seconds. And in a couple seconds, Geese is going to be finished gathering that stone. Where is he going to choose to put it down? Over here. Not a bad play. Does Erie see this? He does not. He's sort of looking, hoping that Geese is going to put it on one of these gold mines, but he's not. Alright, he goes in. The scout's going to take a lot of that pressure. Let's see, can Erie end this right here, right now? The Priests of Ra are going to do a lot of healing. One of the villagers goes down. Geese needs to make sure to... Oh, it's actually the Priestess that's empowering that's going to go down. Actually, very nice garrison here. And they're all going to go away. Same with the Priestess. Erie's just going to really deny a lot of gathering time. Geese is playing ring around the rosy with the Sparabara. But very smart. I actually like this a lot. Erie, I guess, doesn't really know how much this is delaying, additional villagers, additional production facilities, but he does know that he's getting a heck of a lot of villager kills. And so... Man, it takes forever for these town centers to kill these Sparabara, proving maybe that in actuality there's a lot of value that can be done. Even with double TCs, Erie is just throwing in more and more and more Sparabara, getting his own second town center down. He's taken a commanding lead in this game. Double town center production is online finally, but 5 villagers down. He's only going to have a small window of opportunity to get a benefit from this double TC production before Erie's is online. Erie, insane pressure. It's been a while since we've seen this type of rush, and Geese really hasn't been practicing against it. Even after the so racks ain't worth, yeah. Proven that racks are potentially worth it. Oh, he's going to get up this barracks, but I'm very impressed with the pressure that Erie's been constantly putting down. He's bringing his scout in to try to be the difference maker here. But again, this is one of those things where by Erie putting so much pressure in the early game with Sparabara, right, it means that Geese is forced to put down a barrack. Something he really, in this map, in this matchup, shouldn't be putting down. Right, so he's getting his own, he has to get his own axemen out. But that's going to mean that Erie can choose to, get his own archer ranges out and get counters to the counter that Geese needs. Yeah, a little bit of mismanagement from Erie on his eco, but he's found the hunts. The axeman is now out in the field, and really nothing can be done for the time being. Not until we get a sizable number of bowmen out. And even actually like 10 bowmen might be good enough to deal with the threat of geese. Alright. From Geese's standpoint, just gotta make sure to keep a watchful eye on anything that Carnage is gonna... I'm sorry, Carnage. Erie's gonna do. Needs to get a peek at what the army is. What Erie's army is comprised of. He's gonna be in for a rude awakening. Spara Bara champion coming in with 60% extra pierce damage, or pierce armor. It's gonna be even more devastating against these double TC fire. Oh, one of the villagers is stuck. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. The smile on his face is only on his face, not on Geese. This is one of the things, like, I don't know why this villager is stuck. He's just sitting there holding the 11 resources. Alright, Geese now making some army, but in for a rude awakening. 9 Sparabara, 8 Bowmen. It's going to be enough, I think. It's going to be enough to really throw Geese back. And unlike other civs, he doesn't have the luxury of good bowmans and good ranged units. I would love to actually see Geese get some loom. That'd be quite good. Especially now that he's housed. The stress gets to you. I can feel it. Can Geese come out from under it, though? That's the real question. Look at this swarm of units. One of the best things about Persian bowmen is that you can train them so quickly. They're still trained in 9 seconds. That's super quickly. And Geese now nearly has no more food. He's forced to garrison to this town center. And he's baiting in the army of Geese that is still left. And look how many idle villagers Erie is forcing Geese to have. He's got 9 idle villagers here. He's going to the 3rd age. Wow. That is bold. Almost incomprehensibly bold. He's going for broke, and I think broke is what he's going to achieve, unfortunately. His village production is offline completely. 49 to the 38. And this is looking like an Erie 3-0 grand finals. I have been so impressed by how Erie has managed to truly turn the meta on its head. I can't help but think that Geese got the Temple of Set just for the Priest of Set. And as long as Erie manages his economy enough, continues that villager production, he can just stream in more and more and more units. Sit under this TC fire all day if he needs to. The houses are going down. You know, there's some villager straggler units out here, but really isn't going to be enough. GG. GG, congrats to Erie on the win.